StarCraft 2. We've got a whole bunch of matches already up for today. We're going to be starting out with 8 players that are in this building right now. We got ourselves Grubby, NEEK, Poyo, map1, Utermal, Hardison, Vendivici, and Soishushi. We're all going to be playing for that spot to go to Paris, France, to play in a grand final for the ESWC, the Electronic Sports World Cup. This event is made possible by Gamer01, Power Unlimited, TP-Link, and of course, Medion. Let's go into the game live. It's time for match number A1, which is going to be Grubby, who is spawned, of course, in as the green Protoss in the top right, versus NEEK, who is currently spawned as the blue Protoss in the bottom left. Now, we've already managed to miss the first bit of the actual matchup, which is a bit of a shame because we did manage to see a very, very similar build from both sides. Currently, we have both sides with very similar amounts of worker supply ready to go, with both sides getting their first Zealots out as well. We'll have to see how that goes. There we go. No, it's actually a Stalker. Both sides seem to be looking to get themselves a first Stalker out. Yes, both sides managed to get themselves in that general direction. It's going to be very interesting to see how this is going to go, especially if you're going to see something along the lines of maybe the Templar Archives and get some Blink out. We'll have to see if that is the case. Single Zealot out for Grubby right now, scouring out the gold expansion. Will be scouted out by Meek right here. And we are, in fact, on Metalopolis. It is a best of 3. So, yeah, basically, first person to come to play versus 2. The first person to get 2 maps will be able to pull this one home. Now, Grubby is on the verge of losing, almost losing his first Zealot. Will be countered out by a Stalker of his own. Prisoner Stalker of Meek, and it's really not looking good for Meek right now. Yeah, right on top of there. Does not really micro his Stalker all that well, and will lose it. Are they going to push for early push right into the base? No, 2 Stalkers already on the fry. So it's going to be time for Grubby to see what he can do here. Take a look at that basis. Economy-wise, more gateways coming out for Grubby right now. Is he actually? He is researching. He is in fact researching. Let's see here. And he has managed to research gates. He is, yes, warping his Stalker. So he's going for a full set of Stalkers right now. Get rather ready to go on the way. Now a proxy pylon being thrown up by NEEK in the middle. No, so far, still no sight of any. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Grubby managed to get himself the upper hand here. 2 Stalkers standing for NEEK. Not going to be enough. Grubby easily getting the upper hand here. Ooh, 5 Zealots actually. They will be easily kited by these Stalkers. No problem whatsoever. But more Stalkers for NEEK coming in. Even though Grubby seems to be having the upper hand right now, being forced off that ramp, managed to get these Stalkers out of the way. This proxy pylon, very, very well placed. Manages to reinforce the army from NEEK so far, and it's time for Grubby to go back to the drawing board and see what he can do. Getting more workers out, but actually chrono boosting his warp gates just to make sure he can build some more Stalkers next couple of minutes. Now he's got 6 of them, but against this army, it's going to be very difficult. He's got himself a proxy pylon of his own with a single worker just sitting by itself, not doing anything. Let's see what NEEK is up to. He's got a whole bunch of Stalkers in his base. Let's see what kind of APM we're talking about here. Yeah, both players at about 160. Very, very mid-game, very early macro. No problem. Very, very easy play. Actually, he finally managed to get himself his second gas very, very late into this game. You can see Grubby doing the same thing. Yes, we will. More warp gates ready to go, and is getting himself additional pylon. Don't want to be supply blocked there. But Grubby is pretty much in a good position right here. Has managed to lock NEEK into the base. He's going to have to work himself off that ramp, and he actually has got himself a sentry. He will be able to easily block off these ramps. All these Zealots are going to go down through these 40 Stalkers. Very well placed. That sentry pretty much saving the day there for Grubby. He's got himself a disadvantage. Well, let's see here. We got ourselves about, yeah, 7 Stalkers here for NEEK. Let's see what Grubby has. Same story there, but he's got a whole bunch of more Zealots as well as a sentry. Will we actually see a Templar Archives being built by him? No robotics facility, so we could be looking at a mid-late game push. Still no really still nothing being built for later into the game. Zealots everywhere. Got ourselves the first observer. Let's see if we'll be able to see anything with this. I don't think they quite realize this pylon is over here either, and he still has a serious deficit when it comes to army. APM for Grubby is starting to peak now as well. Gas-wise, Grubby pretty much in the lead right now. Still so many stalkers out, and all of these zealots. Worker supply, army supply, really in the advantage of Grubby right now. Still not looking to get any Templar archives. Finally getting an observer out of his own, but it's not going to help because there's already an observer for NEEK out just now. He will be spotted quite quickly, unless Grubby, no, does not manage to get himself out of there. Interesting, interesting, interesting. More zealots, very zealot-based army right now. Still no speed upgrade, and there we have the robotics bay. Are we going to be seeing the thermal lance being built? That's what I'm running now. There we have it. Their first Colossi are being queued up by NEEK, rubbing up with his own Colossi and that thermal lance. That thermal lance right there is going to make all the difference, and it's being chrono boosted as well. That is going to make a lot of difference right now. But NEEK has that, well, no, he doesn't have that little advantage because probably still has the upper hand with that Colossus. If he can manage to outrange NEEK's Colossi, he will be very, very strong position. More zealots being pulled out. NEEK still, robotics bane, still not going for that thermal lance. Does not have the minerals or the gas for it, mainly because he got this second assimilator so late in the game. It's totally not going to help whatsoever. But he has his first Colossi. He should have moved a long time ago to do something with this. There is second Colossi out now as well. But will it be enough? His own observer still going around. We'll be able to see just about everything that is going on inside of Grubby's base, who still has his Colossus being built. Let's see what we have on the production tab. Grubby with one Colossi, but he does have that thermal lance just about to finish. And he is moving out. One Colossi being more forced, moved out, and towards the upper ramp he goes. Needs to get into position and try to take something out soon because the pressure is on. Where is that? That's the first expansion there for NEEK, but that's way bad timing because Grubby's army is right there. There is that observer from NEEK. No, it's actually, is that? No, it's actually Grubby. My apologies. He will be able to spot everything. Thermal lance comes out. Oh, doing so much damage. Will be able to outkite just about the entire army of NEEK right here. Is he going to put some photon cannons down? No, just pylons. Needing to put that Colossus on the high ground, and he still has not taken out this pylon from Grubby. There we go. Just spawns in more. Just, yeah, there we go. He can just outkite him easily. No, yeah, no issue whatsoever at all. These Colossi are in full control right now, being just absolutely back out easily. Stepping up those units. They just need to take out one or two of these Colossi and they'll be, well, pretty much ready to go. Whole ton of zealots being built so far by Grubby. Let's see what he has in his base, what he's going for. His economy is pretty much on the ball. Trying to get even more of the Colossi out. Does NEEK, in fact. Now he's finally managed to get himself his own thermal lance, but we still have not seen an engagement late game. That right there is just gonna... Yeah, Grubby had the upper hand for such a long time. Having that thermal lance, being able to do whatever you want. Look at his army supply. It's fairly even right now. 79 versus 93 in favor of Grubby. A little bit of an engagement going on. What are we seeing here? Yeah, that's an observer down. Being spotted. Grubby still looking strong, but look at his army from NEEK. That's 3 Colossi, 4 Colossi even. With Grubby's 4 Colossi as well. His army is pretty much in control right now. Vlad has a very, very late expansion. Won't be able to get his gas up very quickly. Not even having a second simulator up. That is going to hurt his economy dearly. More Colossi is going to be process being built. I think it's time for them to start doing something else. Maybe something along the Stargates. Trying to transition into something that will work versus these Colossi. The entire Zealot army pretty much playing grab ass in the woods. Trying to figure out where everything is. A lot of sentries, actually. That's probably something to look at. Yeah, Grubby having far more sentries and will maybe be able to lock him in onto what's a wrap, and he knows exactly what's going on. He's managed to get himself a single observer right in. He doesn't have himself an observer of his own. That right there is going to hurt. Definitely going to hurt. Plus backing. Not gonna... Yeah, Grubby just falling back. He needs to get himself to the high ground. Oh, there we go. Shields are up. Grubby looking for the engagement. Still, yeah, it's... We still have not seen the Templar Archive, so those Zealots are pretty much useless at the moment. Here we go with the counter of NEEK, ready to go. Grubby falling back. All of these Zealots getting massive damage being pulled into them. No charge being researched at all. And that is going to hurt so much. Won't be able to get in point-blank range right on top of these Stalkers. And that pretty much makes things very difficult. More stuff being channeled in. Grubby still having the superior scouting position. Shields are up, ready to go in. Here we go. Can he force the force of NEEK in towards the corner? It does look like it's going to be the case. A lot of units being dropped left, right, and center. Can the Zealots from Grubby hold this off, or will NEEK be too strong? Another 2 Colossi from Grubby come in. Oh, the Zealots from Grubby survive. They need to get right on top of these Stalkers. Oh, this is not looking good for NEEK at all. These Colossi are pretty much ripping him apart. Oh, Grubby. Yeah, there we go. NEEK has this. And round number 1 in this best of 3 will be going towards Grubby. Managing to pick himself up map number 1 here on Metalopolis. Very well played. And just take a look at these stats here as well. Unit count. Yeah, Grubby, even though he trained less, still managed to get the upper hand, and pretty much because he managed to get the his positioning on his Zealots so well. And in all honesty, I was actually quite surprised that we did not see all that much aggression there. So there you have it. Waiting for the next map as Grubby and NEEK will put Grubby on the onto what's the next step in this tournament. Of course, this tournament is single elim. Whoever wins this will move on towards B1. We're going to find out as soon as that starts. So we'll be right back with you here from the Ziggo studio in Utrecht on Chaos TV for match number 2 of Grubby versus NEEK in the first round of the ESWC NL qualifier. De gereset.